So what's up, guys? This is Piyush Patel, an upcoming author of the book called Superhero Next Door, and a fellow human being who always love to inspire and help people to evolve in their life. Welcome to my show where we bring the stories of real life superheroes, and the one and only purpose of this show is to give you that perspective that you can also transform your life into the superhero's life. So today's guest is very special for me because of two, three reasons. The number one reason is he's from the same town. He's from my hometown. The second reason is he is from the same college from I graduated. And third reason is he is carrying an immense experience of 19 years. In just last 1 year, he transformed more than 1,000 mid-career leaders. So he is mid-career strategist and a coach for business leaders and executives. So let me help to welcome Mr. Raakesh Rana. So Rakesh, how are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Piyush, for hosting me on your show. And I realized that your book, Superhero Next Door, right? And while
Yes.
you're searching for them, and a lot of episodes that I have seen for your superhero series, I believe that you're bringing in a lot of heroes to the foray, and I'm sure that will inspire millions of lives around the world with that. Thank you very much. And yes, we have three different connections, and that is incidental that all of us could actually discover this connection late in the life, but
Yes.
still, I think college, city, as well as not even that, even the mentorship is same. So we are
Correct.
just fortunate to be together.
Correct. Correct. Thank you, Rakesh. Thanks a lot, first of all, that you accepted my invitation. So usually we start our interview by understanding the background of our guest, from where the kind of, your family background, your academics. So if you can share some details so that my audience can correlate with your life.
Sure, sure. So, unlike all other superheroes, right, who feel that they were not good at studies and then they can kind of transform their lives, I have a different story to tell.
Okay,
Honestly speaking, I
interesting.
was always been a good student, and while the education system has given us tools, and I would say a lot of things in return, but it certainly has also deprived us of a lot of life critical skills from us.
Right,
Example, how to think about it, how to do business, how to actually build your career. All these things, which are real life things, are missing from the education system. But despite that, I was not of a person where I had actually flunked in the exam or anything. In fact, throughout the schooling, I was one of the ranker in the schooling. And in college, the first taste of defeat came in the first year when I got my second class in the first year of
oh,
engineering. Owing to my vernacular language background, I was struggling to cope up with the English.
right,
And being a local boy, being in the NIT Surat, where 50% of the people are from the outside, came with the aptitude test and all this, it was far difficult for you to kind of compete with those people. And your self image by default goes down.
right,
Well, background has been always been a poor. I'm born and brought up in a very humble family where we were kind of contempted and insulted in the childhood for our poverty, our caste, our infighting, illiteracy, and so on. So, me as a person, me as a child, had taken this responsibility of the family that I want to take my life and my family to the next level. And
okay,
I was the one in my entire dynasty to get graduation. I was the first one to get out of the city. I was the first one to get the job, car, home, you name it. I am the first one in everything that I have done on my own. So, uh, in the engineering, when I flunked in the, I would say not flunk, but the second class, that was a shock of my life, because the whole purpose of getting into an NIT engineering was to get a job for my family.
Correct. Correct.
And generally speaking, NIT is a very reputed name, and there are a lot of good people you will find, and there are a lot of average people you will find. I was
Hmm.
one among the average in the first year, and I decided that if I have to turn around this thing,
Hmm.
I have to probably put in more efforts than what the normal students would do. And in that case, I had put in, while everybody was enjoying in the canteen during the break, I used to actually do the study on the books. I would make the notes. I would go to home, my friend's home, get the dictionary, look for the all the words in the dictionary so that I understand the concept first. And luckily I had the people at least to help me out during those days, my tuition or coaching stars and all those people, and they encouraged me to probably study hard. And by the end of the NIT, I was the first local gold medalist in my college in that particular year in 2001. So the
Wow.
journey started there. And that is where I understood that if you really take the lead in your life, take the responsibility for your life, anything is possible. And since then, I have never looked back. I mean, struggling to have a house in the family because we were living in a two-story leaking palace. Every monsoon we have to actually have the utensils around us so that we can sleep with the roof leaking on the floor. And in that condition, to actually buying 3 to 4 houses for my family, settling down the entire family, including my siblings and everybody, I've come a long way, I would say. In a nutshell, if I have to see that, uh, is it a good life lived? 100%. For 18 long years of my career, I have lived a very good life in terms of what I had seen in my past, in my childhood. And career wise, if I speak about, certainly there were challenges given the vernacular medium that actually brings a lot of baggage with you, right? Despite you being a qualified engineer, it brings a
Right.
lot of challenges when you are getting to the corporate.
Correct.
But luckily for me, I was strategic from the day one while choosing the career. While some of my friends and are still in the same job for last 19 years, I had made some strategic moves in my life which had helped me to actually come from a trainee background to become an assistant vice president when I last left my job. So
Wow.
while the 18 years was a long time, but I would say it was the progress and the growth that I have seen in my career. This was phenomenal. And I realized after I came out, I realized that uh, after talking to a lot of mid-career professionals, I realized that I was quite lucky in that sense. While a lot of things I had probably seen in the childhood, but I was quite lucky in terms of taking the lead, taking the responsibility, and moving my career in the right direction.
Great. Super, super insights, Rakesh. And I really appreciate that you shared a lot of things about your family background and all those things. So from now onwards, we would like to understand that what was that moment, what actually happened in your life, which propelled you to start transforming your life into superhero life. So what was your, we call it superhero moment, when you realize that now it's enough, I want to take control of my life, I want to get transformed. So what was your superhero moment? Can you please share some experience about it?
So, while as you have seen my background and where I came from, and while having an AVP life, I'm sure you realize that I had achieved all people can dream of in that professional life perspective, be it home, car, uh, luxury that you want. It's a very comfortable life. I mean, why people would actually worry about anything else when you are living in the comfortable life.
Correct.
But that precisely is the reason for your downfall as well. Becoming comfortable with the convenience of the
Mm,
life, that is what is eating you. And I had this realization back in May 2018 when I was called in a cabin of HR and my leader, and I was told that, Rakesh, see, you are handling a team of 200 people today, with one client having the biggest impact on it, but that very client has decided to pull out from the project. And this is a very
okay.
reputed company. Now, they say that while we would like to have you continue in the company, but we would find it very difficult to find a new role for you. So we may give you and put you in the layoff pool. And if we could find the role, we would give you. Otherwise, we may have to part the ways. And that was the shock of my life, given the moment that I was going through. Because
Okay.
just before the May, that is 2018, my second son was born. In 2016, I had taken lakhs of rupees home loan for my home in Mumbai. I have a car loan, and all of a sudden, I had no face to show to my wife, who was 1 month into my second child, right? And say that now I have lost everything. I have nothing to
Oh,
probably show, right? And at that moment, I realized that what did I do with my life? While I came from a trainee to an AVP position, that was fine. But did I really live my life? Did I really probably explore my potential? That this is it, what you have to give to your career? Is this your limit? Is this something an end of your world? Or is it that your life is taking you to the back to the childhood where we had struggled? So
mm,
that was the moment of realization where I realized that this is the time when you need to take the biggest action of your life, and it would either make your life or break your life completely. So back in July 2018, 5th July to be exact, I attended a webinar and I was searching for the job, obviously, for quite some time. And I was looking for some of the profiles, and I came upon chance upon this profile by my mentor Dave Gadvi, and I attended the full day webinar from him, and I realized his story of why he left the job, how he actually transformed his life. And I realized while my journey may not be same as his, but this is the guy who came from the similar background of a humble background, and
right.
he could actually transform the life.
Right.
Uh, why am I thinking so small? Why am I thinking so poor? Why am I thinking so conditioned and limited?
Correct.
And leap of faith that I took on that day to join him. And that was the spark needed in my life and my superhero moment on that day.
Okay. Got it. Got it. So, Rakesh, would you be comfortable if I ask you that if that particular moment, as you said, कि आपके एचआर ने आपको बताया कि such kind of thing has happened, अगर वो पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट नहीं होता या आपके एचआर ने आपको बोला कि ये चीज नहीं बताई होगी, तो you would have lived the same life, or what is that? I want to understand that, because I have seen a lot of people who are saying that I have achieved so many things in my life but I was not satisfied. Why it happens actually? So I want to understand that. If you can, throw
Sure.
some light.
And I think now I realize, and you are probably the first person to ask this question, right? And now I realize, looking at the mid-career professionals after talking to thousands and thousands of them while helping them through various means, be it career, be it their life, be it their desire, aspirations, and ambitions that I'm trying to fulfill through my services.
Right.
Uh, what I have realized is I had started my entrepreneurship journey long back.
Okay.
During childhood, every vacation since the age of 12 or so, I was always working for something or the other, right from being a
Okay.
courier boy, office boy, being a chai wala, being a mechanic, being a, I would say, bookstore bookseller, everything that I had done. And during that time I used to manage my entire family,
Oh,
right from the expense to how the house will be run in the some money, right?
okay.
And that had given me a lot of insights about how to run a show. Okay, it was not exactly the business, but 100% I now can relate to it that it was nothing less than a business as well, because you had to manage the resources so well so that your show can run and sustain.
Correct.
Now, this realization of being in the comfort zone, being in the convenience came very early in my career. So, when I was looking for my third job or so, the fourth job, I realized that I have to get into the business anyway.
Okay.
And that's the reason I chose the career which is not chosen by many of the professionals
Okay.
at a later stage. While everybody aspires, have an ambition to do, but not many kind of move towards that, and then also struggle through that and succeed. Okay,
Right.
uh, that is called the consulting profile, where the life is difficult at that
Okay.
profile because you have to take care of your clients, your business, and you think from a business perspective. While
Understood.
I did not spend a lot of time in that, but during that point of time, I realized that there are some lacuna or the loopholes that I need to plug
Hmm.
in order to become something.
Correct.
And given my ancestor history, my ancestors were kind of a businessman.
Okay.
They all got broke by uh, by being spendthrift or probably not handling the business well. I'm talking about my grandfather's grandfather, kind of, right?
Okay.
So uh, we came from that blood. So that kida was always there, that
Okay.
I should do something which can actually help not only me but at least few more people. Can I
Okay.
feed more, right? Why am I doing everything for me? And that bug was there since 2014 when I started my first business, I would say, when I used to do uh, a mobile selling. It was not an e-commerce which was famous at that point of time. So we used to sell the ladies garment and a lot of other goods on the WhatsApp. That
Okay.
was the Fed at that point of time.
Right.
So I used to be in that business while my wife was running, but I was kind of totally involved in that business
Hmm.
completely. While
Okay.
it didn't last because there was no heart place into it,
Right.
right? And I realized that if not this, but I have to anyway get out of this race. By
Correct.
the time I became an AVP or before that career also, I realized that this race is not going to end. Okay, and while having the 16, 17, 18 years of experience, you now know the company inside out. You know
Hmm.
what kind of game is being played around you. You
Hmm.
know that what will happen to your future. You know that
Correct.
who are in your favor, who are not in your favor, whether
Correct.
the company is going in right direction, whether the business is right in the current environment, and
Hmm.
all those. Uh, Fortunately, I was conscious of all those things. So, given
Okay.
that my neck of finances, my neck of creating the wealth, my neck of business mindset, I was very much conscious about what my surrounding was, right?
Right.
Otherwise, it was not possible for me to build the assets that I had built, the four houses and all, during
Hmm.
those 16 years. It was not possible. But
Hmm.
I built that. And all through home loan, debt, and even paying off the debt and everything. So I was very much conscious about that I need to get out of the race,
Okay.
which which particular was difficult to say at that point of time because I had tried my hands in trading, I had tried my hand in export import, I had tried my
Okay.
hand in selling stuff, I had tried my hands in I would say new consultancy, business services, and so on. but
Okay.
nothing where I would put 100% of the effort, because of the job in parallel would
Right.
not allow you to put in the 100% efforts. And
Correct.
something which I was missing, that while we all dream and aspire to do everything, right?
Hmm.
There is no alternative or to, I would say, mentoring and coaching in life.
Okay.
I realized very late.
Hmm.
It took 17 years for me to realize. While in the job, I was searching for the mentorship for almost 5 years. I was kind of knocking the doors of HR, that give
Okay.
me the mentor, give me, so that I can bring my journey out.
Hmm.
Because I had realized that need, because you're coming from an outside and you are in a setup, in an environment where you have to pass through a lot of hierarchies, right? You need to
Right.
have somebody who is guiding you through those roughs,
Right.
because this road is not, the career journey is not smooth, right? You
Right.
have to take up shit in on your face in order to proceed.
Correct.
So I always thought that mentor, but it didn't come through. And I realized that in the real life, while I am looking for the journey, why not?
Correct.
In any eventuality, if not that incident had happened,
Hmm.
I would have still gone for my business, maybe 2 years
Okay.
later or otherwise. But
Okay.
it was always the case where I wanted to be an independent one.
Right. Right. So you have raised a very good point, Rakesh, that you realize the importance of mentor. And at this point, I would like to tell my audience that always look for that mentor who can actually guide you, who can actually let you know the things which you never tried to find out in your life. Now, my second question would be, Rakesh. So you already had your superhero moment. You already realized. But after that, what exactly did you do? What kind of steps? How you transformed yourself? You would like to understand that process, that how did you transform yourself into the superhero? So please let us know
Sure.
something about that.
Absolutely. And this is actually, I would say, it's a second life, right? While we see that we have lived the life and we have come so far, we know so many things. I have so many years of experience, so this journey would be easy. And let me tell you that uh, once you go with that mind,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to get the slaps on your face,
Right.
right? And it is a hard slap. If
Mm.
you assume that you know everything, that is the first step of your downfall again, right?
Mm. Very
And
true.
I realized it hard way that I'm an intellectual person by nature. The reason of being intellectual was always being a calculative in mind, how to actually manage the resources, how to manage the things, how to manage the things, how to organize the things. So I was always intellectual guy. So
Right.
it was not coming easy to me first to get in my head that now you are on different surface, and
Mm.
this surface is so skiddy.
Mm.
Once you slip, you are going forever, right?
Right.
And that realization, the transition from an employee to an entrepreneur, is the biggest transition of your life, and it is just like your second life. If you don't consider it and don't act like a child to grab everything which is coming to you and apply it in the right way, you are most likely to fail on that journey. Okay?
Correct.
For me, transformation came very, very difficult, I would say, because while I decided that I want to get into the job, but
Mm.
because of the human mind that we have, right, you always work out of survival.
Correct.
Most of the mid-career professionals, entrepreneurs, executives, if you see,
Mm.
they are actually very tactical in nature. They are not
Mm.
thinking big picture and then running towards it. They're
Mm.
tactical in nature, and that tactical nature always put them into a day-to-day mode, a survival mode.
Right.
And because of that survival mode instincts that you have developed over so many years, that survival mode will not let you go off tactical things. It will not let you go off looking at the bigger picture. It will not allow you to actually find the way amongst the fear, that you need to actually look for the way out of this fear as well.
Hmm.
And that is where the mentors play a very, very vital role. And I have a huge respect for my both the mentors that I have in my life, because they have played a huge role. Subsequently, I have had uh, a fortune to work with a lot of other people and associate with a lot of other people, but these two gentlemen have had a big impact on my life.
Right.
So when you go through this transformation, you actually carry out the two aspects of it. First, you are setting up yourself on the
Mm-hmm.
surface.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, you are transitioning your entire mindset, shifting your entire focus from being an employee to an entrepreneur.
Correct.
Okay. And in that process, what happens is there are three things which you need to know.
Hmm.
Generally, the experienced professional feel that because they have got the skill, they will actually go through.
Okay.
Okay. And that is the biggest mistake that they do. The skill is only a one part of the equation.
Okay.
Two parts of the equation which I found out hard way is, first is your mindset, whether you are able to sustain what is coming thrown at you
Hmm.
by the challenges of this journey.
Okay.
Okay. And the third e- third part of equation is your actions.
Hmm.
How consistent, how persistent are you, or how hell-bent are you to achieve that desired outcome?
Hmm.
And it is not possible for anybody without burning desire to
Right.
actually go for this journey, right?
Right.
While I had lost everything, I was still working for that 1 year transition period during that 18th years of my career,
Okay.
wherein I used to get up early in the morning. I used to drop my son in
Hmm.
the school, come to the garden, take my video, go to the office, edit it during the break and other time, post it, put the content on the social media and otherwise, and then while traveling in the Mumbai's traffic, I used to listen to the audiobooks and then go home, start reading, content making, start building your programs, start reskilling yourself. This is this is going on for 11 long months. So you can imagine, with two children at home, one is 9 year old, other is 1 year old, and you are actually going through this journey of entrepreneurship apart from your job, that too at the client side full time.
Right.
Now, I can add more complexity into it, but given the equation that we are looking at, the transformation journey, when people are saying that, okay, I have made a mindset, I have a lot of will, and I have a lot of courage, I will go through it. It's far difficult than that. And if you
Hmm.
say that, okay, I have skill, I will get through it, I know so many people, let me tell you, put your network into place, it will even get difficult, right?
Okay.
And I'm only going to take a lot of actions because I'm hell bent on it. But if you don't know your direction, if you don't
Hmm.
know how to manage yourself during this journey, there will be
Correct.
pit, there will be ladder. You need to identify where you have to get up. You have to pick your momentum back, and
Hmm.
then pick up the next opportunity. If you don't
Right.
know that, probably you are going to fall.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Journey was certainly I would say, the most memorable journey of my life.
Absolutely amazing. And I would like to tell my audience that I am the actual witness of your journey. The way
Yes.
you have managed your time, your job, your kids, it's really remarkable. So at this moment, I would like to give a small message to the audience कि काफी सारे लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं कि I'm so busy with my life, with my job, with my family, with my relatives, that I'm not able to get the time for my self development. So I think it's the biggest lie, or it's the biggest myth which we always tell to others, to ourselves as well. So if you want to do something in your life, you find time anyhow. So if Rakesh can do, everybody can do. So this
Absolutely.
comes to the third question, Rakesh. So with the help of your superhero transformation journey, what sort of superpowers in terms of abilities, what kind of abilities you have developed? And at the same time, I would also like to ask you that if you want to tell other people that these are the core abilities or core superpowers which they should possess in their life. So if you can share about some of the superpowers which you possessed with the help of this transformation
Absolutely.
journey.
Absolutely, sure. And let me just reinforce the point which you said, right? While the time and money are the two factors, I have come across a definition of a success, and I have loved it. I have just I show it in all my presentation. That
Okay.
success is to invest your time when you don't have, invest your money when you don't have, to
Okay.
get results that you don't have. That is what
Okay.
is success.
Can you please repeat it once again?
Yes, success is when you don't have a time, you invest your time when you don't have, invest your money when you don't have to get the results that you don't have. That is called success.
Really profound, Rakesh. Really profound.
Right? Uh, this this came along, I would say, when I was failing in my this journey of transformation. When I was
Okay.
failing,
Okay.
this definition came across, and this really pumped me up to the level where I was now not looking at those small failures as
Okay.
my milestone. I was looking at it as a stepping stone.
Okay.
Right? There is a difference between the milestone and the stepping stone. The milestone is that you have come. Now either you can retreat or you can go ahead. If you retreat, obviously you are getting into your zone now, the fear
Correct.
zone.
Correct.
If you go forward, you need a lot of willpower, money power, courage, and a lot of things,
True.
right? And but when you consider it as a stepping stone, you realize that this is a part of the journey.
Hmm.
So first and foremost, while we are talking about the superhero abilities, right? First and foremost, the audience, or for that matter, anybody who wants to become that superhero in their life,
Okay.
let me tell you that since childhood and till your point of life, you are actually playing an extra in your own movie.
Okay.
If you
Interesting.
realize uh, from from the childhood when you took birth, from there on, there were no choices made by you. All choices were actually imposed on you, either by parents, by school, by siblings, by friends, by college, and so on.
Correct.
And you are conditioned in such a way that you feel that you are progressing, you are
Hmm.
growing in your life,
Hmm.
you are simply playing an extra in your own life and in your own movie where everything is controlled by others and not by you.
Correct.
Till the point you reach where the realization happens that what the hell is happening with my life?
Hmm.
Why am I getting laid off? Why am I not being promoted? Why am I not growing in my career? Why my
Hmm.
business is not doing well? Why am I
Right.
not a good leader? Or why am I not executing my business well? All this realization come when you look yourself into the mirror and ask yourself whether you are really controlling your life, whether you are taking the responsibility of your life or you want to just find the victims, become a victim and find the scapegoats and excuses around you.
Right.
Most of us are conditioned to find the excuses.
Hmm.
Corona, other pandemic, or any other calamities are simply showing the nature of humans while they want to find the another excuse or the scapegoat that because of corona my things didn't work out.
Correct. Correct.
And let me tell you that this moment of realization was very, very hard for me because when I wrote my first article in LinkedIn before July 2018, I was not at all active on my LinkedIn account. It
Correct.
was some few friends and colleagues who were connected to me. Since then, I have built my own brand. I am connected to 15,000 people today and have a name of my own identity. That
Correct.
creating that own identity took a lot of efforts, but it started with a very, very small step to realize that there is a superhero in you. It is only to be discovered,
Hmm. Absolutely.
right?
I strongly believe that.
And when you discover that superhero in you, that is where the journey begins. It
Correct.
is not a, it is just the beginning of your life, actually.
Correct.
And it is said that your life's purpose is to find your purpose,
Hmm.
live that purpose.
Correct.
So, for me, the transformation abilities required are to first and foremost find your own purpose,
Okay.
find your why you exist in this world. Now
Correct.
you may see I have to uh, actually take care of my family, my loans, my house, my so and so, everything is
Hmm.
mine,
Hmm.
right? Everything is mine. You are living for yourself. Now imagine that earth starts living for your itself. What happens? This is what happens, what we are facing right now.
Correct.
All
Correct.
animals are free and the human are prisoned, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is where you need to realize that you don't have many controls anyway available.
Hmm.
The biggest gift that God has given to you is the gift of being a human.
Correct.
And that gift is really to be enjoyed, cherished, and probably leveraged. Then it is the first step to find your own purpose. The
Right.
second, you need to also find out that you have some inborn talents which are already given to you when you were born. The
Right.
problem with is we are so much labeled layer after layer after layer after layer. Right from the school, when you are just passing out, you are a 60 percenter or a 70 percenter or a 80 percenter. From that point onwards to the college where you are a science, a commerce, a BA, and so on to the engineering, to the doctor, we are just putting the labels on us,
Correct.
people label or otherwise. And
Hmm.
those labels will never ever allow you to think beyond that.
Correct.
In order to get your superhero alive, you have to remove all the labels. Go in front of the mirror and ask yourself this question: who you are,
Right.
who you really, right?
Right.
You the person who is here to pay your bills, take care of your family, die, and there are 20 people who will remember you year after year, because nobody is going to remember you after uh, a second generation, that is a third generation onwards.
Correct.
And if that is the case, then what is the meaning of your life?
Correct.
Once you realize that, you need to understand that what you want to live here. Let's
Hmm.
say you live here without clothes, right? You were born as it with your body
Hmm.
and with your soul and the
Hmm.
only breathing. Everything that you got, you have been consuming, correct? What
Hmm.
is that you're producing? What is that you're
Correct.
creating for others? There's nothing, honestly speaking. From the humanity perspective, we are doing nothing. We say, no, 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 I'm into this business, so I'm creating this and this. Are you creating with that spirit of creation? Or are
Hmm.
you just creating with the intention of earning money?
Correct.
Right? When your intention is just to consume for yourself so that you can become wealthy, you can buy a bungalow, you can buy a this car, that car, and you become a superstar. Absolutely fine, but that is not the creation what we are talking about. We are talking
Correct.
about the creation where it impacts the other people.
Absolutely.
Because so many consume, now it is time to give back. And I remember one of the video which I was shown by my MD in one of the uh, gathering, and
Mm-hmm.
that was a video from president and CEO of one of the biggest MNC in India,
Okay.
Shiv Raman. And that video was all about the basically the review of a book actually, but there was a very beautiful message in that video. The video says that since beginning of your career you have been always a consumer. After a certain point you need to start giving back to the society because the society needs you. The
Correct.
entire world is built of this human chains, right? The interaction of the human, the energy exchange of humans. And if
Correct.
you give back, you are likely to make this world a worse place, because imagine that everybody is working for themselves.
Hmm.
What will happen to this world,
Correct.
right? That moment was like kind of a breakthrough moment for me, because it gave me a sense that yes, I have not given back. I have
Hmm.
earned so many things. I have brought the luxury, but everything was for my family. And
Hmm.
that was the first thing to have. That is your purpose. Second thing, you need to identify your inborn ability, right?
Right.
The third thing which you need the most is, I would say that that burning desire to have that vision for yourself.
Okay.
Now, what do I mean by that? We are our own limitation.
Correct.
We can put whatever limits that we want to put. Today, if you are working in a job, you can put yourself a limit that I can only reach to this part.
Correct.
That is your end. The problem with that limitation is, and because of the labels that we have inherited,
Hmm.
we will continue to put the ceiling on our capabilities and potential
Correct.
without realizing there is something beyond that.
Correct.
And when I realized that, is it my limit? I may not be a good communicator, I may not be a good speaker, I may not be a good techie to understand, I may not be a good coach, I may not be a good mentor. But
Hmm.
those are all my self doubts which were
Hmm.
supposed to come because you have never done that.
Correct. Limiting beliefs.
Yes, and those limiting belief is going to stop you at every step of journey.
Correct.
To really find out for yourself is what is the best version of yourself that you can imagine in your life,
Hmm.
and you can be of help to this world.
Correct.
So when you actually figure out your future avatar, where you feel that I want to be at this position,
Right.
about what limitations that I have today. My current realities don't matter, but
Hmm.
it's I want to create my future realities.
Hmm.
This is I want to be.
Okay.
As a child, we were always asked, "What do you want to become?" And we would say so many things: scientists, doctor, astronomers, and so on. What happened to those dreams? Those dreams are dying down with the labels that we have, with the conditioning that we have, and over a period of time, we are putting our own limitations. The child
Correct.
has no limitation in the house today.
Correct.
He will do whatever he wants to. He will
Absolutely.
go to any limit to achieve what he wants to achieve. The
Correct.
problem is only with the adults who put so many limitations on themselves.
Correct.
That is where the problem lies, because there is no vision in front of you. The
Correct.
many people that I talk to, they don't have even goals. Forget about the
Hmm.
vision, it's far away, right? If you don't have goals to achieve, where you are heading towards,
Correct.
you're actually living as a burden on this earth,
Hmm.
actually consuming on this earth, who will die, decompose, and again put so many people behind to consume.
Correct.
So that realization, the three parts that you need to have is whether you have that future vision of yourself, who you really, really want to become,
Correct.
what is your purpose, what is your why,
Hmm.
and actually what makes you lose the sleep. And I
Hmm.
got this beautiful definition of the passion.
Okay.
And the definition I learned very recently during the lockdown. There were a lot of webinars, so I attended some of them. And
Mm-hmm.
it says that passion is something which you want to do so badly that you can do it for free,
Hmm.
but you do it so well that you paid for.
Bang on, bang on, bang on. In fact, lot of audience, lot of people ask me this question, and you have very beautifully defined the passion. It will be great if you can repeat that definition one more
Yes.
time.
Yes. What I learned from this, one of the gentlemen and a leader, it says that the passion is something which you want so badly that you can do it for free without the realization of time,
Okay.
but you do it so well
Mm-hmm.
that your time and be paid highest for that.
Superb, amazing, amazing. And
Right?
thanks for sharing that. So, at this note, Rakesh, we would like to end this session. So, I would
Sure.
like to ask you that what will be your last message, and the one thing for regarding which I am also very much interested. If you can share something about your book, which is called Intelligent Leader. So what is the
Yes.
meaning, what is the message behind this intelligent word, and the last message from you, Rakesh?
Yes. Sure. So let me talk about the book first, and then definitely I'll share the
Sure,
message to the audience as well.
sure.
This word, the intelligent, actually I chance upon seeing one cartoon when my 8-year boy was watching that.
Okay,
There was a cartoon with the title called the Intelligent something, and I
okay.
picked up that word. And when I was just reflecting on that word, I realized that there was an I missing in that. Okay,
Hmm.
and only intelligent people will look for that I.
Okay,
The other
very
people will
interesting,
look for that I,
very interesting.
right? And when I realize and reflect upon my life, I have lived my life in the career as an intellectual who
Okay,
is more driven by the intelligence.
right.
And what has also happened because of that intelligence, you try to put so many conditions on yourself because you
Hmm.
are trying to judge a lot of things in your life through the
Hmm.
mirror of your intelligence, through the lens of
Right,
your intelligence.
right.
And because of that, your progress, your your vision, your purpose is never going to get fulfilled because of that.
Correct.
You are using the lens of intelligence, which is a world of logic, facts, data, which may not be in your favor all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to take calls by being more intelligent in your life.
Correct.
Intelligence is always finite. You
Right.
can always think of finite things. You
Correct.
cannot beyond. If I ask you what is the biggest number in this world, you may Google and find out. But that is the finite things, right?
Absolutely. Very
So
true.
you are putting a limit on yourself. When you
Hmm.
are an intelligent, there is no limit.
Very profound.
No limit for yourself. You are simply going by your guts, you're going by instinct, you're going by your inner insight, your inner voice, and let that voice guide you to take you to your full potential and become the best version of yourself. So
Superb.
that is the message that I really want to give to the people through my book. And coming to the message to all the audience who are going to listen to this, and thank you first of all, thank you very much, Piyush, for having me on this show. And you aptly title your book "The Superhero Next Door," and I would definitely like to give that message to the audience as well in that way. I have seen my life very, very closely. I am more of an introvert person who reflects on the things very, very much in detail. And what
Okay.
I realize is if you really want to fulfill your life, you really want to make your life meaningful, right? There is one thing which you need to do: stop playing an extra in your life.
Okay.
Become a hero of your life. Take the responsibility. Find out what is the best that you can become because
Hmm.
your best is not yet come. If you
Correct.
say that I'm CEO of the company, let me tell you that you might be a CEO of the company, but you have not become a Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or Mukesh Ambani. That
Absolutely
means you
right.
have still put your limit on,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So first and foremost, become a hero of your life. The second thing which I really, really want you to do, have your vision.
Hmm.
Don't just be consumed by the things around you. Don't go for the instant gratification. There's nothing
Hmm.
called uh, overnight millionaire. The
Hmm.
people who are overnight millionaire, they know that they have put in a lot of hard work behind it, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of
Correct.
price they have paid,
Hmm.
right? uh, if you're not ready to pay that price, you became average, you become mediocre, and that is your choice in the life.
Correct.
Nothing wrong in that. I'm not
Okay.
saying that you are doing wrong.
Hmm.
What I'm trying to tell you is it something really gives you the fulfillment that you want from your life?
Hmm.
That is, you are simply paying your bills, struggling through the life, becoming an average, and just dying an average person. Because
Correct.
remember that who will remember you? What legacy you are living on this earth?
Very
There
true.
is only one legacy you can live on this earth. How many people have you impacted through your life between that birth date and the death?
Death.
That's about it. Nothing else.
That's what.
Nothing else will matter.
Correct. That's the main crux of living the superhero life. I would love to say that you have shared such an amazing insights, Rakesh, by which my audience and I have also learned so many things. So first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate that you given so much time from your busy schedule. So at this moment, we would like to end this session. Once again, thanks a lot, Rakesh. Keep inspiring, keep making people an intelligent leader. Thanks a lot, Rakesh. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Piyush. And let's raise the bar of our own potential so that
Absolutely.
we can reach to our best version.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Rakesh. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.